So we're now on episode 14 of Crits and Giggles. I'm realizing I actually need to name this show. Okay, more on that to come.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, so we're in the midst of a full big campaign that is a mix of basis of Princess of the Apocalypse, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and a bunch of homebrew, of which we've seen plenty of both so far. So the recap of last session is actually pretty short, albeit entertaining. It was fun. So you guys leaving Scarlet Moon Hall after a crazy couple of series of events. You all went down to essentially the lowest level, the ground level of the tower in the center of Scarlet Moon Hall to check out a sort of little chittering sound that you guys had heard on your way in the first place.
I'll be right back. I have to let my roommate in real quick.
Okay. So the master plan of slowly lowering Gert down a rope onto this, essentially like a pile of rubble from the half-crumbled, half-repaired tower to check things out, resulted in her accidentally poking a magmin, which is like a little fire elemental imp guy, and it exploded. It kind of started a little bit of a skirmish, and after a second one exploded, you guys decided, we don't really want to deal with that. And decided to head out before causing any more ruckus. Looting the camp surrounding Scarlet Moon Hall, you guys found several spell scrolls and one potion, if I recall correctly.
Yes, one potion.
Okay. But otherwise, an oddly empty of like evidence of what's going on sort of camp-like situation. And it was a much smaller location, I guess. I don't know of a better way to say it. A much smaller and simpler location than the Feathergale Spire was before it. So you guys decided to move on to your next known marked key location called Sacred Stone Monastery, where you guys ended up finding a basically single file crevice. A couple of you, or all of you actually, except Taryn, decided to go through, while Taryn took the birds, one of which took the cart, over. And you we're all still kind of in disbelief of that, I guess.
Silly. So silly.
Yeah. Different story if you guys start carrying stuff. But yeah, that worked out. So you guys have just arrived on the other side of the, essentially like the opening of that crevice into the area that you now can see that the building, the Sacred Stone Monastery building, resides. And you were surprised with a night patrol of 2 monks as you were starting to engage in a rest. You did take care of them, but there was some new stuff that happened with that fight. So you got a little bit of a taste of what Sacred Stone Monastery may have to offer. So I think that's actually kind of it. Unless there was any, oh no, Taryn, character development. In character, actually, I gotta applaud this. I never said anything, Taryn, but you actually did the whole narrative thing for me, so I'm not going to add to it.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Taryn essentially had a conflict of faith. He was a cleric of light to start out, but given the introduction of Tasha's and some behind-the-scenes stuff that I wanted to make available and not have the party miss out on, just because we started like a few months before this book was released. We played it off as a conflict of faith for Taryn, and through that and a conversation with Gert and a little bit of history in the D&D world, what ended up happening is a safe and like known to be safe by the characters switch in devotion to now Twilight.
Yes.
Okay.
Twilight Domain. Tyrion hasn't found necessarily a god to worship yet.
Okay. So as far as you know, you're still like devout to Lathander.
Yes.
But your domain
Which,
itself is sort of in shift.
Like my motivations have changed from what I was initially wanting to use the power for.
Awesome. So, yeah, other than that, you guys are now at the point where the fight has just concluded. And you now have these two bodies. As far as you can tell, at this point, no one else has left the monastery, and you are for sure out of initiative. There's no other fighting that's going to happen right now. What would you like to do? Oh, this is gone, by the way.
There's just a giant pillar of erupted earth just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to leave it there because it's not... The magic finished, and it was not a concentration. Like, the magic erupted that area of the earth. So it is, like, disrupted ground at this point. So that is still there.
I'm going to apologize to Cal for taking Thunderpoke out of his backpack. Sorry, I had a bubble in my throat and didn't want to talk while I had that going on. I'm sorry, Cal. I don't know. I just felt a burst of overconfidence, I guess. I will ask next time.
We should just try and strategize. Maybe implement some tactics before we get into these battles, just so that none of us are taken by surprise and accidentally, get startled or anything like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, guys, I don't think that the circus is gonna work this time.
Yeah, totally not.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a good chance for that.
Accurate. Unless we want to change our definition of circus to be just the fact that in existing our circus, because I really want to put one of these robes on. But I'm also pretty sure that's not going to help us. But also they're cool and white. I'm having some feelings.
You could take a robe and put it on.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think that them believing or not would keep you from wearing the robe. I think I'm gonna
look through this guy and see if there's anything else on that robe that might tell me anything.
Okay.
Or do you think that someone wearing the robe and the mask could bring us in and be like, hey, I found these people?
Fully also my second idea.
Fantastic.
But not the mask of the other guy, because I'm pretty sure I burned his face off into it. So
yeah, that might
probably
be
flesh. There's probably flesh on the mask.
It's gross.
No, I'm pretty sure he removed his.
Right, but after he already
melted a little bit into it. Fair enough.
Just especially since this is not like a game-changing thing, does any of you have prestidigitation?
No.
Okay.
I don't think any of us took it.
No.
You just rub dirt on it.
There's still face in there. I don't want face to touch my face, and I don't want dirt face to touch my face.
Dirt face.
There's another mask. We can just have one person who's just has the mask around him. I have mending, but not.
We could pull the old hey, I've captured all these prisoners routine.
Oh,
that's kind of what I was trying to suggest.
Yeah.
It just didn't sound right.
Like, hey, they took down Jerome over here. We need to capture them because his face melted off.
If we do want to use both masks, we have two hippogriffs that I'm sure wouldn't mind picking off the pieces that we don't want.
Thank goodness.
It's so smart, but so gross.
That's both of those things. It's also a lot of dexterity, I feel like, for the inside of a mask, but I also don't know the dexterity of hippogriff tongue off the top of my head. Point being, I'm going to use the other mask.
DM, what dexterity does a hippogriff tongue have?
Oh God.
Just those stats that you have around.
Just appendages.
Give me a second while I look that up.
That's on the default DM screen, right? That's just a stat block
Totally.
you always have.
It's just like right there, yeah.
This is how exhaustion works. Here's where you can fill in everyone's initiative.
This is the dexterity of a hippogriff tongue.
Yeah.
What?
Also,
okay.
Gert, how are you doing? Because you saw some like action for the first time.
Yeah, no, we had a long rest, so I'm
cool.
fine.
Right, but like how you like feeling?
You have not had a long rest. This happened
I
at the
thought we-
beginning of your long rest.
And then at the end of you told us that we would
At
have
the-
We
gone
were
into
gonna take a
rest.
long rest.
Unless
Oh,
we're
did
gonna
I?
like
Yeah.
unless we're gonna
Okay.
do our talking long rest immediately after and then go in.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I'm fine
I mean, that's
Got it.
saying that we did.
Nope, you're good.
Because I was gonna say I definitely already hit the long rest button.
Oh, yeah.
I also definitely hit the long rest button.
Yeah.
No worries. I'm just getting my events mixed up. Okay, so you had the fight, then completed the long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So everybody who's checking out bodies, make an investigation check, please.
Nice. I can help you if you want, since I'm
Okay.
standing right here.
I will take it.
Oh yeah, I'm way too far away to check out bodies.
Well, sorry.
Okay.
Is it just whirl?
Yeah. 13.
Okay. So there, this body has of course, the simple white robe that you saw in the image I showed during the last session. The mask that he has, you can tell, is made of some sort of like thin stone, but is covered in like a cheap gilded tin, like a very
Whoa.
thin layer of metal around stone.
I'm gonna keep this stone anyway, for reasons that we all discussed in Discord. I'm gonna put it on, and because both my actual human self and Whirl have very tiny heads, it's comically large on my head.
It does have a leather strap, so you can like
Tight,
kind of like
yeah.
baseball cap it around the back of your head.
I look very much like a 7-year-old that is going on Halloween, and like that's the only mask you could find.
They just have like the giant Spider-Man masks that are like 3
Yeah.
times the size.
You guys will all be able to easily see that. I think a gargoyle is an iconic enough monster in this world that it wouldn't take any sort of check for you to see that it is roughly in the shape of like a gargoyle's face.
Hey, wait, Taryn, didn't you say that when you reached out to my mom that my brother had something to do with people in white robes and metal masks?
Yes, she said that your brother was being followed by people with white masks. White metal masks.
Okay. So maybe these guys? Maybe not. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but it seems
It would be
extremely
very
coincidental.
coincidental and convenient if he's here.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys think that we should take these robes and masks back to the constable? Maybe not these specific ones, but just a couple, just so they have more to look at and study.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
was planning on taking a little everything just to be like, look at what is happening.
Look what we found.
Exactly.
And since these guys also, didn't explode when we go into the monastery, maybe we can capture one of them and actually interrogate them to see if we can get any more solid information.
I mean, considering we have to go to another location, that might be tough. of like dragging an extra like dude who like does not want to be around into like another cult might be hard.
Oh, I don't mean bring him to the next monastery. I mean capture him, wait for him to wake up,
Interrogate him
and then,
right now.
Okay.
and then do something with him after.
Toss him off a building.
I wouldn't say toss him off a building.
Okay.
But
It'll
I
be fun.
also probably wouldn't see if he did happen to get tossed off of a building.
That's valid.
Or maybe we could like help him see the truth and not be a bad guy and join our ragtag group.
Ragtag bunch of
I
idiots.
mean, if one of
Okay, bunch
them,
of idiots.
if one of these guys went after Iz's brother, I don't think they would. I don't think that it would make for good party chemistry.
Mm,
It's accurate.
I concur.
So what are we doing, folks?
Last question: is there DM? Is there any significance to the like necklace and bracelets that the guy in the photo is wearing? That I then assume also the like dead NPC is also wearing.
Yes. He is wearing them.
Yeah.
You can make an investigation check specifically for those.
Okay. I didn't see what it was.
Your page. Wow.
16. It was better than my other ones.
Ew.
You're pretty confident that they're pretty much mundane.
Cool.
And you can tell, looking at these and then looking at the body and the fact that there was just like this simple robe and mask, like this seems to be about as decorated as these guys might get.
So I was thinking about preparing a different spell for today, and replacing my sending with dispel magic since we're going into a very hostile area.
I already have Dispel Magic, and I can't unprepare it. So if you want to prepare even still something else, then we have it.
Okay.
Unless we want to just like super Dispel Magic.
Hopefully we won't have to super dispel magic. Because
Great.
That would put a big strain on everyone.
Accurate.
Okay, I'll take a healing spell then. Or I think I'm all set to go then.
Same.
So are we setting it up so that two of us are wearing the masks and like is someone gonna wear the face mask?
I think Whirl already is right now, right?
I mean,
No, she's wearing the not face mask.
Right. I'm not
Oh.
wearing. Yeah. Okay. I'm not wearing
Yeah.
the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm wearing a
Not
mask.
wearing the
I'll
burnt
probably
face
like balance it on my head or like carry it around. Like I'll see what the like protocol is when we get closer.
Yeah. So because Whirl, you are not very big, correct?
True, but I'm better at convincing people of things.
Okay. But I'm wondering if we have Cal, if he fits in the other one, if we put Cal in the other one so that the two of you can come in together and be like, yes, you are convincing.
But we need
But-
additional convincing.
I can like
Maybe.
Oh,
look like them.
I mean, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if we put Cal in a costume, it would be pretty. It would be a pretty substantial difference from these two guys that went out on patrol and never came back, and then a large blue dragonborn came back wearing their clothes.
But he's
It is
in
I.
a mask.
Yeah, but he also has a tail
Wait.
that I do not believe these two gentlemen do.
Wait.
Also, Cal, aren't you a black dragonborn?
I thought he was blue.
I thought he was blue too.
I mean, the image doesn't accurately match the thing.
Oh, I forgot about your token. I gotta
Yeah,
fix that.
I mean, if it's a different token, I just chose that one when I was creating the character because I thought it looked cool.
Oh, okay.
But I am a black dragon. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
It's so cool.
black dragonborn wearing
Mhm.
their clothes is what I meant to say. And wait, Cal, would this mask even fit your face?
yeah, I'll take my mask off so that you don't have to put the weird mask on if we need to not weird mask.
I'm assuming it doesn't, because also I've got like
Oh, you got like snouts and stuff, huh?
snout and things, so it's basically just like up against my nose. There's like all that space in between.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it looks fine.
I mean, yeah, is there a way that we can clean out the other mask, aka either with the hippogriffs or just with a good scrubbing, to get rid of Melty Face?
Who's got 2 thumbs and some soap? I do. Fancy entertainer for the win. Yeah, we can soap clean it out of all of the face, and then we have 2 clean masks that aren't faced.
and then can make herself bigger so that
Hey.
she can be, the other one. But then you guys have to come up with a fancy lie.
You guys were outside dicking around and we caught you.
But then why did it take you 8 hours to bring us back?
Because we had to run after you and then we came
Jeez.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would we run?
Through the hole in the crack. They put up quite a fight. Grr. They were hiding behind a bush rock. We forgot to call for backup. Like so many things. I believe in the bullshit that I am able to spew.
Perfect.
Just be mindful that if these were patrols and they left their posts, that might not be a good fib.
You might suffer consequence.
I mean, true. But we could also just go in there guns a-blazing and hope things work out. I feel like this is at least an attempt at a shot.
We could like put like sand and stuff to make ourselves look like you like actually beat us, and it took you effort to get us here rather than us looking like we do now.
Hey.
Cool.
We've also got at least 1 disguise kit. I think we have 1 disguise kit, and 2 of us are proficient in disguise kits.
I have a disguise kit too, so like.
No, yeah, I have a forgery kit, but I'm proficient with disguise kits, and I do not understand how I did that. Yeah.
It's just like that sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm good at using them, but I was like, I'd rather write things that are wrong. So yeah.
I have common clothes. That's all I have.
Fair.
And vestments. So, priest robes or normal people clothes.
I mean, if you put on the priest robes, then it looks like we got a better catch.
Yeah.
True.
You're right.
Especially with like all of the people getting nabbed right now.
Mm-hmm.
That would.
It's true.
All right.
And if we mess them up, I have mending, so as long as they don't get totally shredded, we're okay.
Okay.
And if they do get totally shredded, I will find a way to replace your vestments.
Okay. I'm gonna go behind that rock over there and
Right.
change. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do. My armor class is now going to be 12 with shield prepared, with my spoopy shield.
Spoopy shield.
Oh, you mean your
My animated shield. I
yeah.
said spoopy because I couldn't remember the word.
Still accurate because it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go change into my vestments.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any way to make it look like I've got a black eye or something. or a boo boo lip.
We've got
To make that happen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, or I
I've
could
taken
take-
a theatrical makeup class. I don't know what y'all are talking
Right?
about.
They both said that super menacingly. I just had to point that out.
I'm also, that was my other thought. Is I mean, we could give you a black eye, but I don't
No,
think
and
you're gonna
that's-
like the way we get there.
that legit was one of my thoughts of like, well, if I let one of them just punch me, then I'll take like, you know, max 5 points of damage.
Right.
No.
I would rather not punch you, mostly because we know I'm not gonna hit you.
Yeah, that's true.
We know that my flimsy little air arms aren't gonna do shit.
Can I hit myself? I was gonna say, can I hit myself with my mage hand? Can I just give myself a good swap?
Just sock yourself. You can
Dungeons and
try.
Dragons so much. But I don't want any damage. That's the problem.
I punched myself in the face.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think the
Okay,
mage
like,
hand
of
can
the
do
first
any
second,
damage.
everyone gets a good black eye.
If one of you has a disguise kit, it does. It's not like a one and done
Right.
thing. You can use it for multiple people. There's just like limits on what it can actually do to you.
Sure.
Okay, then you should paint a black eye on me, please.
Can do that. I've also got this cool putty to make it look like there's like a cut in your face and it's raised and stuff.
Yes.
To make it happen. Ooh, look at that.
Unarmed strike yourself.
Holy shit.
I'm really worried about where you rolling damage.
All right. I take 5 bludgeoning damage.
To yourself?
Cal just punched
I said
himself
twice.
in
I
the
punched
face.
myself in the face.
He did. Although, question: if you were a black dragonborn,
What color
how do
is
we
the eye?
go?
Because I've got like, I don't know, maybe I made it so that I can get like a little bloody lip or something like that.
Right.
Just something,
We can say that you got like a cut on your lip or like your eyes a bit swollen or something along those lines. Yeah.
Okay. So like I feel like the black part's not gonna register since
I'm just really glad it hit because I think I would be even more embarrassed if it missed.
Yeah.
Oh,
accurate.
smack yourself in the face with your tail or something.
Oh man.
You do like the thing where you step on a rake and then it swings up and hits you in the face.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Cal punches himself in the face.
Are you writing that down?
Yes.
Okay. You think that's gonna like come up
I
in the
think-
story later?
I think
Yeah.
that's the most
Information we
important
need for
note that we
future.
can take this session.
Yep. There we go. Should we get tied? Those of us who aren't dressed up.
I think being tied at the hands at least would be more convincing.
Mhm.
And tied in a way that if and when things go down, we can easily slip out.
Like like actually have a slip knot where you can.
Yeah.
Sure. As long as we make it look menacing.
Yeah, like make it look convincing.
Right.
All right. I hate to ask this, but can somebody please kick dirt on my clothes?
Kick, 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 kick.
Kick, 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 kick.
Oh goodness.
But in like an artsy way, like
Yeah.
You turn,
Just
my,
more the bottoms and a couple of like plops.
You turn
Yeah.
turn my vestments into a Jackson Pollock painting.
Exactly.
yes.
Do like a little snip and then rip it a little bit and then like shimmy it out. Yeah. I know what's up. Well, again, I have mending. I will fix that.
I like trust you.
So I think the rope is going to be the best option for that. And maybe since there's like a whole 50 feet, maybe you can tie literally like the three of us together
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
that we're all just like in a train.
Put us in a chain gang.
Yeah. Rope gang.
Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
Cool.
I can tie the knots so that, you know, they're like tied enough that they look like they're uncomfortable, but they're not, and like have a slip knot. But it can be tied to, obviously, the rope, so that when we're holding onto it, all we have to do is like give tension, and then it just all falls apart, and then you all three are free.
Perfect.
I love
Nice.
this plan.
So before we do that, I'm gonna
Yep.
go tell Claudius to hide and wait.
Are these
Hey,
Those-
heel, buddy.
Those are the signs. Hide and wait. And yeah, we'll see what happens. He might look at me like I'm an idiot, but also he might listen. Come on, bud. And Talik can come with you. Okay.
Yeah, I would point to,
Yeah.
like, I would give Talik a finger to, like, follow Claudius.
So I'm gonna use my animal handling to tell them to hide and wait.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ha! Because Claudius loves me.
No. Best buddy.
but
Okay. So Gert, since we're doing a sort of like training the birds sort of thing,
Yes.
I think I'd like to treat it, because clearly you're thinking like, am I on the right track that you're thinking like this is going to be a long-term thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's treat it similar to the other new mechanic things that I sent you guys a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
We'll come up with details, but for now, can you please mark that you have 10 skill points in animal training. And in character, that's going to mean you get a solid sense that like your avenues of communication with these animals are growing.
Okay.
Because the checks you've done so far have been really good, and then like you're doing an honest job of understanding that you can't actually communicate with them, which is its own thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll put it at 10.
Again, I'm looking at them in the same way as you look at sort of training a dog,
Right.
right?
And
And that's yeah.
Yeah, and Taryn, I'm actually going to give you 4 because you have specifically been the other person to do like riding with them and more handling than the rest. But Gert has been like making a specific effort toward like establishing communication and like an animal person relationship and communication, like signs and stuff. And we'll come up with some details for actual like animal training skill.
Gert is actively being a better pet owner than me.
Okay. So with that, Gert, can you please make an animal handling? Actually, you're trying to teach it a sign and a meaning.
Because what I can also do, instead of say hide and wait, I can find a place for them to hide and then say just wait. So that it's not 2 things, it's just the one that we're trying to work on right now.
Right, sure. That makes sense. Make an intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
Where is intelligence?
Or you know what? Was that a 13 on the die? Just add your intelligence modifier to the 13 that you rolled for animal handling.
Intelligence is one
Wait.
of the big 6 at the top.
Okay. So that's a 1, but I rolled an 18 for animal handling.
Right, but animal handling is things like how well do you actually like physically direct them when you're flying.
Oh,
sort of
right.
thing.
Sorry, when
Yeah.
you said 13, you meant like before the +5. That's cool. Okay.
Right. Yes.
That's what I was confused about. I was like, the number there is 18.
Okay.
Not 13, my friend. Okay, so it's
don't-
13 plus 1.
Okay.
14.
So, like I said, you've already been sort of establishing a like bridge of attempted communication with this bird, and it's going to be watching you intently as you take them over to, we'll say, like behind one of the rocks.
Yeah.
And for the sake of brevity, we got to theater of the mind this a little bit because it's not on the same map. We're going to say that like the monastery is just off the edge of this map. So how far is that? Like straight to the east of you. Yeah, so like 200 feet. And this is most likely about the safest place, or the most hidden place, I should say, that you can direct them. And you will get a sense that like he'll sort of like, instead of being attentive and up on his talons, he'll kind of just like sit, like perch right on its spot and fold its wings on itself, and then the other one, whose name I always forget, is going to follow suit.
Alec.
Talik.
Talik. Okay. So you do get a general sense that they're like at least waiting here.
Yeah, they're going to try.
Yeah.
The good boys.
There's buddies.
Cool.
I wanted to do one other thing before we went in. Gert or Whirl, could one of you carry or like put my scale mail in like a bag and carry it in with you as it, like if it was equipment that you had taken off of us, so then I won't be completely helpless if something goes terribly wrong inside.
How long does it take to put back on?
I think 5 minutes. I think it takes 5 minutes for me to put everything back on. I'm gonna check that right now.
And then follow-up question, how much does it weigh?
That's an easy one. That's an easier one. I'll answer that one first. 45 pounds.
I can handle that if need be.
What is this that you're trying to?
I want them to like have my scale mail in like a rucksack or something, so I can still have it in there, but not have it in a easily accessible way. So we wouldn't look suspicious.
I can do it, but I will be very, very close to encumbered.
And just to make sure you know or understand, Taryn, you do know that takes like a significant amount of time to put on, right?
Yes, but I have a plan for that if it comes to that.
Okay.
Whirl, if you'd like, I don't have much on me. I can carry it if you'd like.
I mean, I can carry it and be like, we pulled this off of him, grr, if we like need it as a bargaining chip.
That's true. Okay.
I'll take it.
You're more charismatic than I am, so it's all you.
It takes 5 minutes. Yeah, it does take 5 minutes for me to put it off. Put it on.
I would say if you had help, we could cut the time in half.
Awesome.
Cool. We ready?
Yes.
So got the robe
Tie me
on.
up.
I'll let you tie.
Got it.
I'll be practicing my scales in the corner. Why? Don't know.
Just takes a small segment of rope and does it just ties different knots in it.
Okay,
Just
so
like, look, a one-headed bowling. Like, that's all I can do.
So you guys are going to be. Are you approaching the monastery at this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I need to.
Are we in like goose order to where one of you's at the front and back, and then we're in the middle?
I'm gonna need you guys to. So you're gonna see yourselves sort of in the middle, far left side of this map. I'll ping you there.
Huge map.
It's a big map.
That's a pretty big
Oh,
map.
jeez.
Oh my god.
This is
So-
this is indeed a dungeon.
This is
Dis-
legit dungeon.
Dungeon.
It's my first time running a legit dungeon too, so I'm not ready.
Going down for
You're gonna do
real. That's
great.
what's happening.
Yeah. But
Are
it is
each of these big
daytime.
squares 10 feet?
yes.
Cool.
Okay.
So you guys are the correct
Oh, I see.
size.
Cool.
I was too far out. I couldn't see the smaller squares, but I can see it now.
Yep. Okay. So I'll need you guys to first of all put yourselves in the actual walking order you'd like to be. You're approaching. Well, you can at least see. I shouldn't say where you're going necessarily, but you came from this direction.
Cool.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
The arrow? Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, it's not showing up on my second screen. Okay, so you came from this direction, and you can see that this is the area that the patrol guys came out of the building.
Okay.
But on your way in, you would have also seen a small staircase to your north, sort of around the northernmost corner that you guys can actually see. And I have to change what you guys can actually see because it is now daytime.
Cool.
Woo.
Daytime.
If you guys don't mind, I would prefer to be towards the back of the line, so I don't get obliterated if we get into a fight.
Sure.
Also, whoever's wearing the monk stuff,
Mhm.
I forget, is that only one of you or is two of you now?
2. It's Whirl and I.
Okay.
I've changed into looking like one of the guys that we took down.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys these blue dots
Okay.
just to help me. It covers up your faces. Sorry.
Wait,
It's
no,
just-
that's
That's
you
all
did
Gert.
me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you did
You
great.
did great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just to help me understand or remember who is actually disguised as a monk. The rest of you are like disguised as beat up though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what if we went Cal? Well, how about Cal, Gert, Taryn, Whirl?
That seems like a good call because is probably. I think you are better at like scoping stuff out, and then like if it comes down to like needing the talker, then I'll be like, hey, look at these fucking idiots. Wow. I'm gonna use that exact phrase just so you guys are ready.
Great.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, with the and everything.
And
think it's a
guys,
catchphrase.
remember, we gotta be grumbly because we got caught.
A little sad,
Girl,
Scared.
no. Oh no.
a little. I mean, any expression really is probably.
Ow,
fine.
my face.
Ow, my face.
Oh.
That's some Meryl Streep level acting. Throw you an Oscar and 15 nominations.
I misread a part of my animated shield, so before we got tied up, I would want to have stuck my animated shield like tucked away within my vestments, so I would have it on my body.
Okay.
Would I need to like roll a sleight of hand or something to keep it?
Is
hidden
it small
away?
enough for that? I might have completely missed that.
It's like 6 pounds. But I don't know if it's constantly glowing like that.
I also have an additional set of like just a leather armor if you want like one additional AC, if that'll help you any. Just like to wear under the vestments, because that might not read as big as the chainmail.
Be less bulky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Taryn, it's a very light shield, but it is still like the standard size of a shield.
Okay.
So yeah, unless you were wearing like very loose stuff,
So
I don't think it would
that-
really be possible to like hide it on your person.
So in that case, I probably would have had it in the same pile as my armor, or in the same sack as all my armor.
Okay, and who has this sack of stuff?
Me. For bargaining chips.
Okay. Whoa, where did Cal go?
Cal's here. Where did
Or-
Taryn
No,
go? Are you
Taryn
underneath
Where did
someone?
Taryn go?
Oh, hold on. I think Gert is.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. We're
Okay.
running.
He's hiding.
I was very confused. Okay,
Awesome.
so it's gonna be. I'm in front of you. Cal is in front of me. Is in front of Cal. Because we're following the leader.
There we go. Boop.
Perfect.
Okay, so as you guys approach, you're able to see that the walls of this place are like it's slightly larger than I guess like a standard building. Although I don't know, I would say none of you have probably maybe Cal has seen a place like this. It's very temple like. 25-foot walls rise as you come around, and you can see that there is a lightly traveled dirt path sort of surrounding the perimeter that you guys are all getting onto right now. So like Gert and is on the far right. Yeah. You
Yeah.
guys are like on the edges of this path. It's very lightly differentiated on the map. And then Cal, you're like on the very, very edge of it where you are. So there's this sort of perimeter pathway going around, and you can see a couple of windows that start about 10 feet off of the ground. So those little slits that you can kind of see into because of the dynamic lighting, you effectively need to ignore that. I'm not going to change the dynamic lighting because once you're inside, I still want you to be able to see out. But being able to see inside from outside is not possible given how tall you guys are.
Got it.
Then you're going to see a weathered flight of stone steps leading up to the closed monastery doors directly to your east. And even from where you are, you can see that they are closed off by large wooden doors that are studded with iron. I think actually right now is a really good place to take a quick break if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back.
Twitter notification that said, "Imagine trying to explain the events of this week to somebody in 2011."
Oh, jeez. Oh,
You just
jeez.
say they're huge.
The
That's the wrong one. There we go.
That one.
Okay,
Spooky spook.
you guys should be able to move yourselves now. We've described the elements of the outside that you can see. And you can see that there's the one entrance directly in front of you, which you would understand to be the main entrance based on the fact that the guys came out of it yesterday. And then there's a small set of steps that you saw on the northwestern corner on your way to the building.
Okay.
You all can hear the music, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm excited about it.
It's very
It's
monk-esque.
nice.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
is, and it seems like as soon as we step foot in the monastery, it's going to change to heavy metal.
Yes, right?
I don't know what you're
Like-
talking about. I have total faith in this plan
I mean, yeah.
because
let's-
this exact plan has not failed us yet in getting into one of these. So I have no reason to believe that it's not going to work.
You guys are 2 for 2 on like the let's bullshit our way in, like actually doing something for you.
The
Yep.
first time
You
we
are
didn't
2
have-
for 2.
The first time we didn't have any negative intentions. Second time it was a high possibility. This time it's definitely going to happen.
Didn't have negative intentions, but I think we just fully didn't know what to expect, and then we were welcomed so wholeheartedly that we were
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess this is happening now.
Yeah. Cool. Then
All right.
I say we do the thing. Cal, get in front of me. You're supposed to be tied to me.
Cal likes his personal bubble.
So
do
we
this.
just going in? Yeah, we're just going
Yeah. I'll just pick up the rope and kind of get enough tension between me and Cal that I can guide you guys through. Comfortably, of course. I'm not a sadist.
You know what? I'm gonna get a little creative here. I like
Yes,
this.
please.
You guys are being
God.
really tactful and creative here. So, yes, a theater of the mind. Just please, effectively try to ignore the fact that you can see into the building from out here, because technically you can't.
Right.
I'm not just gonna give you guys like inspiration. I'm kind of thinking. I'm gonna give you this. A free perception based
Oh.
on yesterday. Who was awake when you guys were attacked?
Gert,
Gert.
and I were.
Yeah.
Gert and Taryn.
I'm gonna say that if you would share this with the group, if you would have shared this with the group, because this is like retconning something you would have observed yesterday,
Okay.
we can call it good.
Cool.
You would have noticed that when the monks attacked you, they were dead silent, with the exception of like maybe one quick verbal cue to the like between each other, but the fight happened so quickly that there was like very, very little opportunity. Whereas other people you've experienced that have attacked you have been like more talkative or personable, even if just to be like angry and hostile toward you. The only reason you could tell these guys were hostile toward you is because they acted. So, take that how you will.
Totally rethinking this plan now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, do we want to trade off so that Whirl, you are you're basically in my spot and be in a, oh, we're so mad at you and what do you want from us kind of thing, whereas Iz and I can just be silent and bring y'all in.
I'm thinking if they are silent and they are, we know they're monks. Like, we are clear that they are monks. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm wondering what level of like true actual worship this is now, and what if we are literally like visitors to like the garden? Like, we don't have anything other than the fact that we were spooky and outside. I wonder if this is ideally a more peaceful place than we think it's going to be. It's a monastery.
Whirl, make a actually all of you make a history check.
My H.
Oh, natural 20.
Damn, Whirl.
Cool. I
Damn.
probably won't need
Which
this.
is great, because I feel like Whirl is a lot dumber than I actually am.
Since this is happening as like a group discussion, I'll just go with basically the highest couple. So you guys would have a general understanding of monks, I guess, and monasteries in this setting. So in character in your world, that monks are not so much religious. That would be like paladin cleric.
Right.
Monks are more like the
They're
They're more, like,
devoted to their
devout.
own beliefs, aren't they?
Yeah.
think some kind of mix between like not related to a deity, sort of devout nature, like
Sure,
yeah.
mind, body, spirit sort of thing, and like mixed with the practice of a soft martial art like Tai Chi.
Right.
Like you know that they are very physically capable people because of the type of training and focus that they have, and therefore they also have unique like fighting style if they do fight. But they have a very distinct
So they're
sense of
Crouching
solitude
Tiger.
and
Right.
yeah, they're very much like Crouching Tiger. Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess then what I'm getting at is I don't know that they will immediately see us at all and attack us. So like maybe all 5 of us walk in, but you guys aren't tied, and
What
we
if-
just see what happens. And if they're like, "Hey, what's up?" We're gonna be like, These fucking idiots.
They
And
might
then
have thought they might have seen us as intruders and instantly gone to defend
Exactly.
their own. And we are intruders.
Right.
We came here unannounced. Okay.
Especially, I think with you in robes, I think we can pretty much play this however we want because we've already dressed you, Taryn, to look like you don't necessarily entirely belong here, or if you do belong here, you're just here for the ride. And I think we can play it either way if we don't have the ropes.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you're doing research. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. My story isn't that I'm like spreading religion, it's that I'm observing and gathering knowledge.
Exactly.
Wait, so I might have missed something, so help me make sure I understand correctly. Gert and Whirl, you're like straight up disguised as one of these guys, right? Each?
No, right now it's Is and Whirl.
Is in world.
Sorry. Is and Whirl. You are
Okay.
straight up disguised as the monks,
As the
that
monks,
attacked
yeah.
you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was there another set of robes? Or did Is
My,
shapeshift?
No, he's
my
in his
vestments.
vestments.
Taryn is in his vestments.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And Dust doesn't have his armor on, which is what that whole, because the chainmail underneath the vestments would probably be obvious.
Right. Okay. So Taryn, you're not bound right now. You're kind of like
Loosely bound, not highly restrictive, but making it look like I am tied.
okay.
So I think what our plan was about to be was that we were going to drop the ropes on all three of them and just basically we intimidated them into being brought here. Like, we don't need to tie them. We're monks. They don't know any better. Or in playing it, we could go that way, or we could be like, oh, we're just here to visit. These guys just were interested in what we're doing.
Or maybe we just drop the disguises entirely and just come as curious travelers.
But
I'm
see,
gonna
I
start
would be
giving you all
nervous.
this look with my freshly punched face.
Okay, I do want to say this just to make sure I didn't accidentally lead you guys on into thinking something. That history was just for understanding some generalities about the mannerisms of the two people that attacked you. That was not meant to be any sort of hint that this is a bad plan or anything along those lines.
Yeah.
Just a sort of inspired, here's some extra information because you guys have a plan that's actually really creative. Kind of like a DM inspiration sort of thing.
Okay.
So, the thing that I keep going back to is the fact that they didn't talk. And so, if they don't talk to each other, then having Whirl as our persuasion person, being one of them, would immediately be like,
It would be a
hey,
red flag.
she's not one of us.
They
She's
didn't
talking."
not talk. They just had very
Okay.
short, brief exchange. And, specifically in the context of combat, that's the only context you've seen them in.
Yeah.
But it was notably less significantly than other people even that have been hostile toward you.
Okay.
But I also, if they're just doing hand signals, I also am personally confident in my ability to copy those hand signals.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and that's again, I was just thinking of where do we want the person who's going to talk the most to be?
Sure.
So, cool.
I don't think you really even have to talk the most. I think you're good enough at giving off a performance
Right.
with a couple words.
And my performance is really high.
Okay, so we
I'm
are no
excited.
longer tied, and we are going in as though we got beat up, and we are following you guys because you beat us up real good.
Correct.
Ooh. Just in case, should we say that we wanted to see the monastery, so it wasn't like you beat us up and then took people who were afraid of you and might run away and spread information?
I mean, I feel like we knock on the door, we try and read the immediate vibe, and then we pick one of two scenarios. Either
Okay.
we happened to find these 3 lovely travelers that wanted to learn more about our monastery, or these fuckheads tried to beat us up, and so we beat them up first, and now they're our hostages. And I feel like we knock on the door, we like immediately read a vibe, and then pick one of those based on what the reactions of whoever's back there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not scared at all. No, you're not right.
What are nerves? Right. I think we have our finalized plan.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this.
But we're not tied. Okay. All right. Everything's fine.
I'm glad you guys are nervous because I'm nervous too. I'm nervous I'm gonna
Great.
fuck something up.
Beautiful.
We'll just make a giant train wreck and everything will be a
Yeah,
terrible
no,
fun at
it's
the same time.
It's gonna be great. Everything's
Too
great.
bad I forgot to message you today about my backup character. All right, let's do this. I believe in us. You ready?
Walking up the
I
stairs.
feel like it is. I'm gonna tap Iz on the shoulder and just immediately give you bardic inspiration. For what? No idea, but you have one now because then.
Sick. Thank you.
No problem. And now I have to click it off.
What are the chances that something crazy will happen in 10 minutes?
Right.
Okay,
I'm just gonna
so-
try. Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead. I was gonna say, since nobody's saying something, in a shocking turn of events, you guys find yourselves at a door.
Yay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and open the door because I don't see why it would be locked.
It is
in
locked.
this room. Okay. Fuck. Then I will just give it one loud knock, just a singular one on the door.
This
Okay.
music is so intimidating right now.
I love it though.
It's supposed to be relaxing.
I was
It
gonna
is,
say,
but, like,
this
that's
is
why
like
I'm,
being in a
Like
spa.
reverses, like you're pulling a
Right, but I'm
doing
like, are we
reverse
supposed to be in a spa?
Oh,
Or are
okay.
we supposed to be like going gangbusters? And I'm not sure, and I'm like having feelings about it. Anyway.
Oh man, you know that cinematic style? I have no idea what it's called, but where like a movie will do like very calm music and then just like crank it up, but then it's like a really intense, like gruesome fight scene happening.
like the beginning of Deadpool, where
Yeah.
the credits
Yes,
start.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any
God.
Tarantino movie where they're doing something in like the old west, but hip hop is playing. for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, yeah.
Your comment reminded me of that. Okay. So you give one loud rap, and you can hear a couple of sets of footsteps moving toward the door, and like a loud, you'd be able to tell like a bar is being slid across
Mhm.
on the inside, and then the door cracks open and you see one masked face peer out at you, and they say, "You were late."
I'll say we were interrupted. And I'll
Why?
just
What?
I will
Oh, sorry.
motion behind me.
Oh, okay. He's gonna sort of peer over your shoulder, and you can't see expressions, so you wouldn't be able to really see any expression on their face, but
Black eyes smiling.
and he's going to look directly at you, Cal, and you'd all be able to notice that it's like it takes a second, and then he sort of peers back in and finishes pulling the door the rest of the way open.
I don't vomit. That's the first thing I do is not vomit.
So this door is open. It's a double
like
door, and this lighting thing is weird. We're gonna say that's
Yeah,
one door.
that's all right.
Walked
Cool.
in.
Okay,
We'll just walk straight in.
so you can see this guy is actually like here. Oops, sorry, Cal.
Oh, he's gone
Uh,
forever.
I jumped
Oh
on
gosh.
top of
Oh
Gert.
gosh. Oh jeez.
No.
Oh jeez.
No.
That was
man.
hilarious.
Going wrong.
It's like, which realistically, the fact that the two of us like walked in calmly and you guys were like, oh boy, like Three Stooges stooging it in the background is like really playing up our
It's canon. It's canon.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so the one that just let you in, and then there's a second monk, standing with feet shoulder width apart, with his hands sort of clasped together in front of him, just watching. And as you're filing in, the one who let you in is going to address you again. It is in Whirl. It's is in Whirl, right?
Yes.
Not Gert. Okay.
Correct.
Keep getting everybody mixed up. He's going to address you again and say, impressive, as he's like staring at you, Cal. But
He's addressing us and talking about Cal.
yes.
I would say, and sound like the guy. I would have tried to have paid attention to what this guy sounded like. It's just kind of a habit that Iz has in the event that she needs to steal their identity really quickly. And she'll do her best to mimic how he sounds and say, this one was a challenge, but we subdued him.
Cal, are you doing anything during this?
No, I'm just I'm standing there with my
Okay.
beat up face.
Your self-inflicted wound. Okay. It is morning, right? You guys started this the next day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the second one will walk past you two and is in Whirl. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Is at least you're able to see, like, unless you didn't really move as this one approached, they would have given you a sort of like very light head bow as they walked past you, which you take to mean some indication of respect. You're not really sure what exactly, but some indication of respect. And
Right.
he would walk to you, Gert, and sort of like get his face real close,
Beautiful.
right? And like tilt his head.
You got games on your phone?
Yeah.
And I give him my best grumpy face.
And then still like this far away from Gert's face, he's just gonna like turn his head to you, Taryn, and tilt his head the other way. And then like point up a finger at you and approach slowly, like not even enough to move him a square. It's getting like halfway between you guys. Like clearly checking you guys out. And then turns his head toward you, Cal, and sort of like just stands up right where he is, and like you can tell he's not really getting any closer to you. He's gonna turn directly to you, since you're right behind him, and speak for the first time. Recruits or food?
I love it.
All
I
of you
love
at the
it so
same
much.
time.
No, Gert's going full grumpy face,
The smell of
trying to show how tough she is.
No, that's tea.
all of a
I
sudden
didn't move the thing.
It just smells terrible in this room. You have
And
to-
if you delay more than like an immediate response, the other one would pipe in and say, perhaps training for Helen Ray. And like both of them look directly at you again, Cal.
How do you spell Helen Ray?
Yeah. That's a good question.
HELLENRAE. Probably the easiest NPC name in this game.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like
Ooh.
a convoluted single word or like something like that. Also, what does the stone, like what kind of stone does this look like?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You mean the stone around you?
Yeah, like the floor and the walls.
Yeah,
like,
make a
carved out
nature
of.
check.
Whew, I'm okay at nature. No, I'm not. I got a +0.
Oh shit,
Oh,
bud.
19!
Holy shit. I had the DC at 17 to make it, a little bit more than difficult, or a little bit more difficult than, standard, but
My luck. I can feel it's about to go away real soon.
you don't know a whole lot about stone. It's not really part of your background or your history or anything like that, but if you didn't know any better, which you don't, you could swear that this seems to be made of the same type of material as Feathergale Spire.
Yes, I knew
Yes.
that was going to happen.
It paid off. We got there.
Amazing.
Also, I think the answer should be recruits. Cough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would hope you wouldn't say that we were food.
No. Yeah, Iz would respond. They put up a good enough fight that I believe recruits would be a solid opportunity.
Well, training shall be a part of that then. Come. Carbo will want to meet them first.
Of course.
QARBO.
God, I was hoping it was like carbo loading.
QARBO. Oh wait, I think
Sourdough.
Yeah.
I have written nothing down.
Helen Ray is probably not an ally. Control X.
Okay. So this one is going to stay exactly where he is. Shut the door behind you guys. And this one will just start walking.
Okay.
I gotta
I'm gonna
remove this.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
you can see
I'm
through that.
gonna.
That's not a door, that's a window. Okay. Redirecting.
Monks are just jumping through the windows.
I mean, they're monks.
They are monks.
That's fair.
They could probably do that.
Yeah.
Just H. We got this thing going on with the chat. Okay. You're going east. Give me 1 second. I have to hit some.
Never eat soggy waffles.
Delete some people.
You said delete some people, and I was like, uh-oh.
I heard the same thing. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said. But in the
Yeah.
Oh.
on the Twitch,
Oh, okay.
because bot accounts with spam messages.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Technology.
Yep. All right. So this dude's just walking.
okay. I'm standing where I am. I've turned around to my three friends here, and I've kind of just put my hands behind my back in kind of a patient manner. Look at the door and look at them.
It's good.
That way, trainees.
I'm
Who am I following? Where am I going? This
I'm-
one? No, not that one.
I think it's this guy. That door.
This
Yeah,
door.
right?
Okay,
That's correct.
great.
I'm gonna fold my hands in front of my body and slowly walk that way.
I will follow Taryn so that Cal can be the most last person in out of like, scrumpetiness and showmanship. Now I'll get to this side.
As you're walking, you'll notice that this is a very straight, clean hallway of stone. You're passing 2 doors on your right and a arrow slit size window on your left. All of you can make a quick perception check.
While we're walking, I also want to mumble an arcane word and cast thaumaturgy around us, the party, and have the ominous whispers communicate that the stone is the same thing in Feathergale's fire.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Make a stealth check.
Stealth check. I don't have disadvantage on
you.
those.
Oof.
Wasn't good.
You only had
Okay.
disadvantage, I thought, because you were wearing the armor, which you are no longer wearing, which not that it matters.
I
Right.
don't have it, yeah.
That's okay. It was 5. So, you feel like you spoke a little loud, but it's okay. Nobody seemed to notice. Or nobody that shouldn't have seemed to notice.
Imagine that I put myself at risk and nobody heard me. Big tear.
Okay, so for your perceptions, you had 7, 9, 9, 5. What else? I think there's one missing.
Is this I guess a mandatory thing?
No.
Because yeah, I'm just walking along. I'm not really taking anything in right now. I'm just walking along.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair point.
So then we bombed it.
The rest of you, you're able to quickly see a glimpse of a couple of statues on the other side of that window. But that's it. You're kind of focused on following here. And as this monk gets to the door around the corner, pop through it. And all of these doors, you'll notice, are similar style to the front. They're like heavy wood with banded iron across them. And he's leading you into a sort of small inner courtyard. This layout is funny, so give me one quick second. Okay. This is a long, narrow inner courtyard paved in red sandstone. To the north, you can see a large set of double doors, slightly more imposing, I suppose, than the front doors were. And he's going to go right up to them. You'll all notice that there are 4 statues here.
Oh, we went inside the left.
What?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
right here.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. I thought he went further. Just...
Oh, sorry, I forgot that you can't see the path they travel when I just drag and drop the token.
So I just bring my guy over here.
Well,
Yeah.
a little farther south.
Yep.
There we go.
Right there.
You were inside a wall.
I mean, I have meld into stone. I just don't have to so.
Yep. Okay. You'll notice that this is just like another long, narrow hallway. As you delve deeper into this building, you'll notice that the sort of red sandstone look is more prominent than in the front. There are 4 statues, very pristinely shaped in the form of gargoyles, much like the masks that all the monks and 2 of you guys are wearing. As this monk gets to the door, he's going to look directly back to the 2 of you disguised and say, "I'm sure they will be most impressed with your catch," as he pushes the double doors open.
I'm just gonna gesture towards the door. I would say no expression, but I'm wearing a mask, so no one knows.
You're just make silly faces the entire time because she
Yeah.
knows nobody can see it.
And I think they should go in before the two of us do, and then we'll probably follow in after.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like stand on exactly opposite sides of the door, so it looks like we know what we're doing.
I need
Yeah.
it to be known that that was not supposed to be a silly face. That was supposed to be Gert's most intimidating face.
Oh, I am aware.
Gert is incapable of negative emotion.
As you guys are approaching the door, like he pushed the double door open,
Mhm.
and then stepped to the side and gave a very gracious, like, full bow
Mhm.
with his left hand sort of indicating into the room as if to address you to go in.
Okay.
As you're walking up to the threshold of this door, you guys will notice that there are 4 sort of natural pillars in equal corners of the room. There is a slab of stone in the far northern edge. It's hard to really tell what that is or what's going on with it. But then you'll notice one knight-looking person, but his armor is made of a material that looks as if it's straight up made of stone.
Cool.
So I gotta reping this. There we go. And then
Also, as I
2.
walk.
Sorry.
Continue. Never mind.
Okay. And then 2 others that are clearly of like lower rank and therefore lower armor. I guess I don't have a better way to say that. And all 3 of them are in a sort of squatted stance, clearly meditating in the middle of the area in front of you.
All right, and none of them are like physically looking at us.
Nope.
Okay. Well, as we walked in, I would have nodded, done the like tiny head nod to the dude who was holding the door open.
Okay.
Aaron is still standing with his hands folded, waiting for something else to happen.
Yeah, Gert's just trying to look intimidating.
I will say we have brought recruits.
He's going to open his eyes, look directly at the 2 of you, and then peer back down to the middle at the 3 of you who are not disguised, and immediately get like this creepy smirk on his face.
Gross.
Definitely not like a full smile.
Mhm.
But then he's also got this glint in his eye, almost like a little twitch.
So these guys aren't wearing masks. These are like...
They have helmets. Let me see if I can. I should have a picture. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Is the glint in his eyes like a truly excited like ooh recruits glint,
Make
or is
a-
it like oh yeah we're
like
gonna
a-
destroy them?
or like a psychopathic. How long is it until I get to have fun?
Right.
Make an insight
Oh,
check.
no.
Everybody make an insight check.
Okay.
Woo, I'm good at insight.
Killing it with them rolls.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh, let's go, bull.
My God, everyone. Hold on.
23.
23 and 22
Ooh, and a
or
20.
20. That's what I meant. And a 7.
Oh, I thought there was a 23 or
When we
22.
roll initiative, I'm gonna be at the end.
Even Cal with the -1 got a 17. That's pretty epic.
Okay, so the guy in the middle looks like this.
Oh,
Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
big beefy boy.
He's big beef.
He does not, however, have that club. That's
too
just a
bad.
generic image for that thing.
Mhm.
Um,
I am appreciting the cup right now. And that
I
doesn't
was
about to say the same thing.
Immediately where my brain went.
Point taken, sir.
all 3 of them are
Literally.
going
Protect the
to.
important parts.
Yeah. All 3 of them are going to stand up, and then you'll notice that the other 2 are actually not. They're only wearing like a breastplate, shoulder plates, and a helmet.
Sure.
And the rest of them is like a robe.
Oh,
Boy,
That's sick.
that's
that's
Uh,
pretty cool armor.
So sick.
I love it.
Okay.
on it.
Yep.
It's like
so-
loungewear.
You wouldn't want to wear their bathrobes to work.
Right.
The one in the middle
Mhm.
is going to slowly but firmly walk directly toward the three of you in the middle.
Mhm.
And clearly, as he comes, he's gonna have this just like the grin's getting larger, but still only on one side. He's got like a little bit of a Joker thing going on. He's gonna go right up to you, Cal, and just unlike the other guys who are just like, you could tell they were sort of like careful about it. He's just going right up to you and looking at your eye, checking out your face, clearly observing like your strong dragonborn shoulders and chest, checking out your expression, and then looking at the two of you and Whirl.
Mhm.
My. Most impressive. How in the fuck did you get this? You guys are hesitating. He's gonna scoot right over here and just like get right up in your face. I must know.
Oh Lord.
Oh, I had an idea that it was gone. Pure skill.
Whoops.
They caught us by surprise in a bunch of cheap shots.
Like I
As
said,
soon as you
skill.
pipe up, he's gonna like quickly scoot to you, Gert, and say, "Ooh, the mouthy ones are the best."
Accurate.
Let me guess, spellcaster. Looking right back at you, Whirl.
That one? Yep.
And he's gonna sort of like start pacing. He's got this puffed chest, like he just succeeded at some very difficult task, and he's gonna
Mhm.
look like half past you with a nonchalant glance, Cal, and clearly in a switch from his demeanor just a second ago, and say, "Some sort of brute Barian thing," and give you a pointed glance at that last word, "thing." But this one, small. He didn't do much, did he? He's looking
He-
directly at you now, Iz.
Oh, I hate
Yeah, as he's bouncing from side to side, he's like looking at the one of you two that is closest to him.
Okay.
This one did a surprising amount.
He,
Of what?
he was investigating the tunnels in Red Larch.
His grin is just gonna like immediately subside. Oh, that was you.
I found it in my notes.
Very good.
Thank you.
And Taryn, he is going to grab you with both
Sorry.
hands by your vestments and just lift you up with ease and get you real close to his face. Fascinating. And then he'll just like drop you back down. Not enough that you'd actually fall,
Okay, good.
but kind of like discarding you. And then he'll come back to Cal and say, "Tell me, what is the ugliest thing you've ever done to another person?"
I love this character so much.
Oh, we just got the noodle story out of him. It's probably something like that.
come now. It must be just at the top of your mind. I think about mine always. I'm loving
God, I
playing
think
this
I want-
character.
I have something I want to say, but I don't know how to say it.
Taryn cracks a small grin.
Eating bitches like you for breakfast.
Bitches for breakfast.
Bitches.
Cal is gonna be looking at him, and God, I hope this comes out the right way. I'm gonna look at him and say, I tend to not stick around for the ugly parts. It's more satisfying when someone else cleans up the mess.
Oh,
Where's
so
my air
much
horn?
promise. Ooh, I'll be excited to see your match with Helen Ray. You'll learn to finish the job. And you, Smiley, I imagine you have a response as well.
Was that to me? I'm just
I
kidding.
have
No,
I
it's
have a-
Taryn.
I have a story if you would like to hear a gruesome one.
A story, gruesome one. Oh. Never thought I'd see one of you teach one of him how to be gruesome. This should be exhilarating.
When I was younger, still in training, I was out traveling with my group of mentors when we had just caught a foul smell of smoke. We had all rushed over to find out what was going on. Come
Can you
to
move a
find out-
little closer to your mic?
I
Thanks.
could try to talk a bit louder. Come to find out, we had found an entire village burned to the ground, its people slaughtered, bodies stockpiled outside of their homes, except for one little girl in the middle of town, standing there, lost in the confusion. We tried to rescue her, but while we were camped out in the middle of the night, we had woken up to one more corpse, full of tufts of wolf hair and torn apart by, presumably, its teeth and claws.
Wait. So you rescued her, and then someone else killed her?
Not someone else, it was a wild animal. We failed to protect her.
I am twice disappointed. He promised me gruesome. That's just a bad walk in the woods. And he's gonna like wave his hand as he says this and sort of turn around and start pacing. You. And he's actually he's walking up to Gert, but looking at you, Whirl, as he says you.
Okay.
Confirm this one to cast spells. Tell me of what nature.
Spells of a devout nature.
Ooh. The cleric.
Fuck. I wasn't sure.
Oh. Your kind show much promise here. Yes, yes. The cleric. To who do you show your devotions?
Nunya.
Beautiful.
Yeah. My patience has been tested far worse. And he'll just kind of give you like a.
You're just gonna mean mug the one that's mean mugging you guys.
Yeah. Okay. I'm loving playing this guy. He's going to silently just start sort of marching this way again. Turn and look at a pillar and take like a very deep, wide stance with his hands clasped into fists and now readied at his sides.
Mm-hmm.
And just let out 1, 2, and punch this pillar. And the entire ground beneath you guys shakes.
Balls.
Make a perception check, all of you.
I'm actually shaking right now. That's how much I love this character.
Oh.
Actual trash. I have rolled actual trash this whole game.
I got an 8.
No.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Cal, no.
Wait, what the hell is happening on this map right now? Oh. It like fucking freaked out. Hang on.
Should be here.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, we got 2 nat 1s. That's a big oof.
Okay. Taryn and Gert. This dude fucking crazy. Okay. Well, I mean, all of you can probably tell that.
Apparently, I can't.
Dude,
I'm like,
But-
this is alright.
But Gert and Taryn, you can tell like this manic manner of his speeching and his choice of words and the way he's looking at you has like this really odd pairing with the control he has over his body. Like this entire time, other than really weird facial expressions, he has had like this perfect posture. His movement was very fluid and soft. And then like the moment that he struck this pillar was like, is almost as if like a manifestation of an emotion exiting his body. Not meant to be like a demonstration, but like an intentional act for himself. Then he's gonna come back over here, like an actual reasonable distance away from you guys for the first time, and say, she is training for several hours more, the kind she likes to do alone, and she'll give Whirl, or he will give you, Whirl, a sort of like a half eye roll look as he says alone, and say, off to the guest room until evening. Then we shall have a show. And he'll just sort of like wave you off very dismissively. Go back to his spot and sit again.
What direction did he wave us to?
Behind you.
Okay.
I'm going to start stepping back out the door.
Yeah, I nod at him again, and then I'm gonna wait for them to go, and then exit after.
I'm so excited.
As soon as I exit, I would tell this guy, we've been instructed to lead them to the guest room.
Of course. And then he'll give you a bow and sort of gesture his arm out to the doors to the west.
Okay. I'll just start walking over there without hesitation.
Right. Like, yeah, I was really glad that he gestured in a direction because I was going to be like,
God.
Yeah,
we're
two
looking for the
choices.
guest room. We forgot, Ma. Like,
I hit my head.
Oh,
I don't
man.
remember.
The big guy gave a pretty
Mondays,
good
am I
bonk.
right? Like, come on.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, I shifted everybody.
Okay, I was like, I flew outside.
Yeah,
A
I see
sudden-
I see a tiny room.
A sudden shift of gravity throws Gert.
My
out
bad.
the
I gotta
window.
warn you guys when I'm doing that. That's just the easiest way for me to shift the angle that the stream camera is on, but it shifts
Sure.
everybody. But
Cool.
so I'm
now,
just gonna have
now
to.
where do we go?
Yeah, so wait.
So you are now in a new hallway
Yes.
with several doors that you can see. One to your north, one to your southwest, and then two to your southeast. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna whisper, kind of. I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck was that?"
I don't know.
I think
It's terrifying.
Shadiz and I just start opening doors and being like, "Whoops, we didn't mean this door."
You can as you're sort of walking, as you're getting close to this door, you can hear several voices coming from the other side, speaking in. Actually, make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
19.
That's pretty good perception.
You can hear a little bit more almost conversation than you've heard from anybody other than Carbo to this point.
Okay.
But it's still like just short bursts, like unnaturally concise sentences to each other. But it does sound at least a little bit more casual than the whole
Okay.
formal vibe you've been getting to this point.
All right.
You can also hear some voices coming from farther down this hallway.
Okay. Yeah, when I'm close to this door and I hear that, I'll just kind of shake my head and keep walking and determine which of these two doors I can hear the noise from.
Okay. Being that close, and we'll just keep that 19, you can tell that it is the eastern door on this wall that other voices are coming out of. This one
Okay.
doesn't have any sound.
Okay. I will very quietly attempt to open the door and look inside.
Okay. It opens to a room that has several beds and bunks.
Oh, thank God.
Let me see if there's anything else. I'll read you this. 8 simple bunks line the walls of this room. Each except, only 4 of them have a small trunk at the foot of the bed. A small table and several wooden chairs stand in the middle of the room near an iron stove. So that's going to be this guy.
Okay.
I guess there's no table and chairs actually on the map. That's weird. But it says there is. The 4 beds with trunks are comfortably made up with sheets, pillows, and blankets, like very carefully put together. The other 4 are completely empty.
Okay. I think it's in here.
I hear anything by the door I'm next to?
Let's find out. Make a perception check.
Ugh. 5.
Killing it.
Big whammies, no money.
You do not hear anything on the other side of that door.
Okay.
Step into the box. Wow. That was it, right? Like I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're good.
That's correct.
I was like, I didn't just step into the wrong door, did I?
Okay. I don't want to be overly facetious. You picked the right door. This is the guest
Oh,
room.
good.
Good.
Sweet God.
I
Wasn't sure if it was
I
gonna be
need to run to
fancier.
the bathroom real quick. Do we want to take another short break?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. We'll be right back.
We are.